Hey, it's Monday, 25th May 2020, and welcome to the Mass Breathers Morning Show. Let me apologize briefly for that little late start in the show. I had a little bit of technical issues to get the morning going, so that's what caused that. But we're here, we're good to go. We are going to go take a very short pause for a cause, going to pay some bills, and we're going to jump into the show. I got to share around the platform everywhere, so just give me a chance to do that, and then we're going to get right into all of that. All right, so stick around, don't touch that dial. It's the Mass Breathers Morning Show.
Hey neighbor, what's up?
Hey man, Karen's complaining about the noise. I'm gonna need you to turn down the music a little bit. Oh, Shaq! Is that the new Radio Shack self-powered wireless speaker system? That subwoofer looks beautiful.
Yeah.
And is that the 4-channel mixer with the built-in SD card reader?
Yeah, it's pretty...
Oh my, Shaq! You got the battery-operated 12-inch PA speaker as well?
Well, Radio Shack is my go-to place for all my DJ and audio gear, with the best prices in town.
Awesome! And is that a Bluetooth... Wait... DJ Kenny, are you having a party? How come we weren't invited?
Visit Radio Shack today for all your audio needs.
That workout was intense. Let's grab some water.
No prob. I'll go get it. Here you go, Jess.
Think you said you were going to get water.
So, what's this?
I need a water that is just as good as that workout.
Okay.
I only drink Oasis water because it's the most trusted brand and the only locally produced water that is internationally certified.
Wait, a big thing's that?
Yeah, it's the only water that tests in their own lab at Dunbar's and sent to Canada for further testing.
So you would tell me Oasis have a Canadian visa and me not have none yet?
All I'm saying, trust the brand. It's so good, it's asked for by name.
So, what am I to do with this water, yeah?
Well, you can go home and throw them in your iron.
Oasis Water, a product of the Antigua Distillery and distributed island-wide by Premier Beverages.
Subway for you, Subway for me. Subway, Reckless Street is open for delivery and curbside pickup orders only. So go to the Quick Serve website or download the app for delivery orders. Or call us at 562-5539 or 562-5639 to place your orders for curbside pickup at Subway. We are here for you.
Subway for you. Subway for me. Definitely welcome back to the Mass Breathers Morning Show. Good morning. Let me see which one of my friends here is celebrating birthday today. Let's take a look at our birthday club. And then we are going to go and take a look into the papers from across Antigua and Barbuda and see what's happening there. Once again, good morning to everybody who's tuned in. I got a few people who are celebrating birthdays, some people who are very dear to me. Let me say, firstly, happy birthday to my cousin, Andrea Andrew, who's celebrating a birthday today. As a matter of fact, with you guys as my witness. Yeah, let me send her a birthday message. Yeah, so I just send her a birthday message. Also celebrating birthday today, you have Siobhan Francis, the man Tony Velati, MC Tony Velati celebrating birthday today. Big up to the man. Trendy Marilyn is celebrating birthday. Cody Joseph and Mika Banks Devonish. She's over there in Anguilla. Yeah, happy birthday to her, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Happy birthday to all the folks who are celebrating birthday. So if you're celebrating a birthday today, excuse me. If you're celebrating a birthday today or an anniversary or a special occasion in your life, just want to take this opportunity to say happy birthday, congratulations, and all that good stuff. And you enjoy it to the maximum, okay? So what we're going to do now, of course, we're going to take a look at what's happening in terms of the newspapers across Antigua and Barbuda. We're going to see what's happening there. And then we are going to dive deep into them and break them down and see what is what, and so on and so forth in regards to that. I also want to give you a couple of articles from the Caribbean Business Report, which is an online portal that gives you Caribbean business news. That's the portal that I gave you the news about, the Prime Minister or the government would be willing to buy Digicel's shares in Antigua if at any time Digicel wants to leave Antigua. Let's just put it that way. There's no big reason. There's nothing happening in regards to that. don't want to set off any fires, but yeah. So anyhow, let's take a look at the Daily Observer. Let's start off with that. Now, feel free to send comments if you want to. If you want to send a comment, you can do so. You can also send me a WhatsApp message at 268-785-9935. You can WhatsApp me there as well, and we can get into that. So, without further ado, let's go take a look at the paper. I know this guy's face. What's okay? The headline article here says tragic death of U.S. tourist. All right. Sailors blasted boat horns at 6 p.m. last night in tribute to Ellen Tichbin, who died after a tragic accident in the water at Falmouth Harbor on Friday, and the local healthcare workers who battled to save her. Tichbin and husband Robert from New Jersey had been staying in the area on the family's sailboat, Miklo III. Okay, I'm going to get into that story. I know this guy's face, though. Bars and gyms prepare to be reopened on June 1st. Rapid coronavirus tests for tourists soon arrive. Single Hill blaze may have been deliberate. Okay, all right. All right, so let's go take a look, a little deeper dive into the newspapers here. U.S. tourist dies after swimming accident. And I read about this. It said it was a freak accident. Let's get some more detail. What was expected to be an adventure for a United States couple stranded in Antigua by COVID-19 turned tragic when a 52-year-old woman died after an accident at sea. Ellen Tichbin of New Jersey was reported hit by a motorist dinghy in the water at Falmouth Harbor at around 3:30 p.m. on Friday. She was rushed by ABSAR to the Medical Surgical Association's clinic for treatment, but died on Saturday night after undergoing emergency surgery. The keen sailors are said to have regularly traversed the Caribbean, enjoying the region's sights and sounds. They were expected to cruise to Trinidad and Tobago after a stop in the Twin Islands state, but were unable to leave Antigua as planned due to the travel ban imposed to curtail the coronavirus spread. The couple, who lived on their yacht Miklo III at Falmouth Harbor, had intended to rent a villa at Jolly Beach for the upcoming hurricane season and spend their summer holidays in Antigua. Tichbin's husband, Robert, was too distraught to speak when contacted, but a close friend of the couple said the accident occurred when Ellen decided to take a quick swim because she loved exercising. She's a real fit woman, he said, adding, she was the most caring and loving woman I've ever known. It was a pleasure knowing her. She was just full of life and full of love. Pleas for emergency blood donations flooded social media in the aftermath of the accident. Tourist Minister Charles Max Fernandez was one of the individuals called on Friday afternoon to donate to help save the woman's life. Fernandez's blood type is O negative, which is considered universal. He said he is very upset to learn Tichbin had died after all efforts to save her life failed. I'm deeply saddened, he told Observer. Every life is sacred, and it took a personal connection for me because I was one of the individuals called to donate blood to her. I also met her husband because he was donating at the same time, he recalled. Fernandez said the tragedy was also extremely sad for the country's tourism industry. In this case, it was an accident, but it was a big loss. It is a big loss. It is a sad loss for the sector, Fernandez said. Wow, this is definitely a sad story. The tourism minister said because of COVID-19, there are more yachts than usual in the area. Additionally, these vessels are docked closely together. The only advice is that we have to be very careful whether on water or on land, he added. Police spokesperson Inspector Frankie Thomas confirmed the incident was under investigation. He added that the 68-year-old British sailor, William Lynn, who apparently struck Tichbin with his dinghy while returning to his yacht, was assisting with inquiries. That is definitely a sad story, man. It is, and with everything happening with the coronavirus and COVID-19 and persons who are stranded, because, this would have come, people, you got to remember something. The lockdown pretty much started this around March. And that time, it's almost like the last shebang for sailors. So you can imagine how many sailors would have probably been still here and can't leave because of that. Around around March, April, sailing week time. And you also got to think that some of these sailors, what they do is they go south. They go south of the Caribbean when the hurricane season is approaching. Um, so it's an unfortunate situation, man. It definitely is. All right, this is another cool story here. Bars, gyms prepare to reopen on June 1st. What are your thoughts on that, people? I'd love to hear from you in regards to bars and gyms preparing to open on June 1st. And what sort of regulations do you think they're going to take when they reopen? As COVID-19 restrictions continue to be relaxed in Antigua and Barbuda, businesses are finding ways to open up again, albeit with novel social distancing and safety measures in an effort to throttle the spread of the coronavirus. Last week, the government announced that as of June 1st, all businesses with approved safety protocols in place to prevent the resurgence of the coronavirus can resume operations. For residents, it means a chance to get out and do things once considered mundane. And for struggling businesses, it's a welcome respite. Now, one such business is the Diamond Edge Nightclub, Bar and Restaurant. Its owner, Carlton Kentish, expressed his delight in being able to open, though on a smaller scale. Regarding my business returning to its full operation, that I cannot say at this time because of its nature as a nightclub. But as for the bar and restaurant, I've thought of some procedures such as the wearing of masks for both staff and customers, hand sanitizer on entry and around on the inside, maintaining constant cleaning of all areas on a regular basis, a limited amount of persons inside, and mostly looking forward to pushing more ordering and pickup, Kentish said. He lamented, however, that there will be reduced support on revenue strains because a lot of people are jobless already. We are in a devastating position with all the festivities on hold. Douglas Compton, owner of Skullduggery Bar and Restaurant in English Harbor, and similar protocols will be enforced at his establishment. Our tables are going to be distanced. Everybody at the bar is going to be distanced. Bartenders are going to be protected, he told Observer. Restaurant owner John Carlson shared his hope that business will pick up with dining in soon to be allowed again. The El Porto boss revealed that business has been quite slow and the company has had to cut back on its number of employees. He explained that the overhead cost we have for this restaurant is quite high and it is not covered by just takeaway. And with regards to the opening, Carlson said, we have a quite safe environment here. We have a restaurant with 120 seats. We can easily practice social distancing. He added customers seem happy that we can provide, but it would be nice to have dining because a lot of people are tired of dining at home. This could be the case. As it relates to gyms, General Manager of the Athletic Club, Giselle McGinley, disclosed that the gyms collectively got together and submitted a proposal to the ministry. They have approved it, and we should find out today exactly what items are a must. Nevertheless, McGinley said the club had already begun putting measures in place. We have actually installed a sink for hand washing outside, hand washing station outside. So before you come in, you have to wash your hands. You must be wearing a mask when you come in. We have actually put in extra hand pumps throughout the gym, washrooms, classrooms, and cafe. We have extra spray bottles to sanitize the machines before and after use. She detailed, among other measures. With regards to social distancing, she explained, we will actually be closing off every other treadmill. Okay, makes sense. Donnie Rosso, owner of Jolly Harbor Gym, also disclosed some of his plans for reopening. What I see I can do to make things work to benefit my clients and myself is doing the gym by appointment. So you will have to make arrangements to use the gym before you actually show up. We will also allow no more than 4 persons to train at a time, and they'll be able to train for a maximum of 50 minutes. Okay, I actually went to the gym in Jolly Harbor once before. It is not the biggest gym, so I can understand just wanting only 4 persons. There are other gyms in Antigua. Yeah, I like to see what happens with Barrows. I like to see what happens with Extreme. These are bigger gyms where, of course, the capacity to hold more people is there. But I like some of the protocols, distancing the treadmills. I don't think the appointment thing would work for every gym, especially the bigger ones. The appointment thing may not work. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But it's interesting. Rosa added that the gym and equipment would also be sanitized before and after use, and face masks will not have to be worn during exercise since there will be adequate distance between individuals. Though not businesses will be fully reopened in just a few days, the current 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. curfew will remain in place. Okay. So that's what's happening with the gyms. And people, I want to get your opinion on this somewhat. What do you think about bars reopening? Are you going to be going out to the bar when it opens, or if they open on June 1st? Is that on your list of things to do? Are you geared up and ready to go out and have a good time? What sort of social distancing protocols are you going to be observing when you do go out to the bar? My problem is with going out to bars is you drink it, and sometimes when you drink, it clouds your better judgment. So it has to be really managed properly. Distancing at the bars, that can work. However, if you come there with somebody, let's say you and your wife or your girlfriend who live together, come out to go to the bar and have a drink. Of course, they're going to be closer together than everybody else. So they don't social distance, obviously not, because they live together. So it'll be very interesting to see how that works out. I'm waiting to see how it goes. I'm definitely waiting to see how it goes. Let's move on here. Rapid coronavirus tests for tourists to soon arrive. Thousands of COVID-19 test kits have been sourced and are set to arrive in Antigua and Barbuda as early as next week. This is to facilitate the mandatory testing of tourists when the country's borders reopens in June. Prime Minister Gaston Brown said all safety protocols, including pre-screening of airplane passengers that were in place before the closure of the country's borders in March, will continue. The government had previously mooted requiring all travelers to undergo COVID tests 48 hours before boarding the plane to the VC Bell International Airport. Brown said the government had since decided that was impracticable and would instead provide rapid tests on disembarking passengers. He said the particular test under consideration had an 87% accurate rate. Wow, only 87%? Okay. Okay, it's interesting. Signal Hill blaze may have been deliberate. All right, let's take a look at that and see what that's all about. All right, guys, we're going to give you a couple more items in the papers. I don't have a guest this morning to speak to, so I'm just going to be going through the paper and just giving you some information there and here and there. I also want to touch on something out of the Caribbean Business Report online portal. Signal Hill blaze may have been deliberate. All right, let's take a look at that. Just 1 second. Let me check on something here. Yes, let's go back to that. Okay. So the community-led team overseeing the restoration of Wallens Nature Reserve is of the belief that the fire at Signal Hill over the weekend was started deliberately. Executive Director Rafika Atwood said the fire started on Friday and was still ablaze by Sunday. A significant portion of the hiking trail at historic Wallens Reservoir has been burnt. Atwood said her team was continuously working hard to clear the path of lemongrass to ensure it was accessible. She told Observer it appears someone had lit the grass to find the path. Okay, well, how would you know that? I don't get it. How would you know that that would have happened? What? Oh, okay. Triggering a blaze which became difficult to contain. The area is also very hard for fire trucks to reach. A spokesperson for the fire department confirmed its team had been called to assist. How would you know that? How would you even... Listen, people, and don't get me wrong, right? If somebody did start that fire deliberately, that's a despicable act. But how do you jump to that conclusion? Especially if it's a lemongrass fire, and we all know these fires happen all over Antigua with lemongrass, and it happens when they get too hot and they combust. how would you know that it was somebody who lit the fire and it wasn't just a natural combustion? What's the difference? Police to ramp up efforts to deter speeding. Hey, this checkpoint here. I don't think I've ever seen a police at this checkpoint. Ever. In the years that this checkpoint has been there, I don't think I've ever seen a police there. And remember, I used to work on Airport Road at one point in time. And I've never seen a police there. Never, ever, 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 ever. So I guess that's going to change. As the first road infrastructure rehabilitation project nears completion, police are determined to mitigate against traffic accidents, noting that the new smooth roads currently under construction may attract reckless drivers. Thus, police, okay. You know what my problem is with the approach, and you may think that I'm picking up, but I'm not. But it's always a situation where, or it's always mostly a situation where it's a reaction. It's not proactive, but a reaction to a lot of things. So let me tell you what I mean. Antiguans and Barbudans, we're kind of reckless when it comes to certain things. I'll be the first to admit that. And we kind of have this, I'm going to do it because I don't think I'll get caught sort of mentality. Like you could have somewhere where you go to, right? Let's say you have a supermarket or a shopping mall, and it has a marked entrance and a marked exit, clearly marked entrance and exit. Antiguans would still drive into the exit and still drive out of the entrance and don't care because there is no penalty for doing so. It's like, okay, I'm going to do it because who's going to stop me from doing it? And what's going to happen even if I do it? Nothing. So it's this kind of don't care sort of attitude in regards to certain things. I honestly believe that the approach that is taken a lot of the times when it comes to traffic accidents in Antigua is we tend to say, okay, let's ramp up the punishment for these vehicular infractions. If you're caught speeding, they'll throw you in jail. You know what I'm saying? If you're driving with an expired license, we're going to throw you in jail. If you're driving without insurance, we're going to throw you in jail and let the judge deal with you. So in other places where these sort of things are ticketable offenses, where you get a ticket. All right, folks, let me take a very short pause for a moment. I think somebody's calling me. We'll be right back.
Hey neighbor, what's up?
Hey man, Karen's complaining about the noise. I'm gonna need you to turn down the music. Oh Shaq! Is that the new Radio Shack self-powered wireless speaker system? Subwoofer looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Is that the 4-channel mixer with the built-in SD card?
It's pretty.
Shaq! You got the battery-operated 12-inch PA speaker as well.
Well, Radio Shack is my go-to place for all my DJ and audio gear with the best prices in town.
Awesome. And is that a Bluetooth? Wait, DJ Kenny, are you having a party? How come we weren't?
Visit Radio Shack today for all your audio needs.
Yeah, so sorry about that, guys. Welcome back. So as I was saying, it's a sort of reactive approach. You know, we'll give you heavy fines and we'll make sure that we try to book at you if we catch you. But I think what would be more effective is prevention, right? If you have police normally patrolling certain areas that are high traffic areas, you know, persons, they would see the police officers and not speed, they will not drive reckless, they will not do certain things because they know that there's the opportunity for police to be on that road and see them doing it and, you know, arrest them, ticket them, and all these sort of things. I had a friend who came here from a developing nation. I wouldn't say first world. I don't like using the term first world. And he got here and was driving around for maybe a month and said he only ever saw police once or twice. And that was a shock to him because he knows where he's from. You see police on the road all the time. That sort of seeing them being visible, and knowing that if you're speeding on, and we know the primary roads would have a lot of these things. If you have a traffic officer who is working that beat, they're driving up and down, and maybe maybe we need to look at trying to have some sort of we have different police stations in different villages. Maybe we need to take a look at utilizing radio connections for these people so that they can and just like you have in other countries, they can radio in and say, okay, let's work this path. This is your area you're working on. Anybody calls for the station here, we can send you out if you're close enough to whatever place, and so on and so forth. But hey, we'll see. All right, guys, I'm going to just give you one more article coming out of the Caribbean Business Report, and we're going to wrap things up here. Let's see what here we can join here. Now, this is a cool article that's coming out of the Caribbean Business Report. It says patients not infectious after 11 days. And this is a global virus update. So let's see what this is about. COVID-19 patients are no longer infectious after 11 days after getting sick, even though some may still test positive, according to a new study by infectious disease experts in Singapore. Okay. The paper was based on a study of 73% of the city-state, and its findings may have implications on the country's patients' discharge policy, which is currently based on negative test results rather than infectiousness. Singapore confirmed another 540 additional COVID-19 cases on Sunday. Wow. So what do you guys think about that? It says that in this report that persons are not infectious after 11 days of contracting the coronavirus, even though they may still show signs of the coronavirus. The ability to give somebody else the virus is, as this is saying, is not possible. All right, I guess. Folks, it's all about the Mass Read this morning's show. Let me just take a quick look into the Point Express paper, Death by Strangulation. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, we touched on this. Visitor dies from boating accident. We touched on that already. Okay, death by strangulation. Okay, an autopsy into the cause of death of the English Harbour man whose body was found in Indian Creek on April 13 has revealed that he died of asphyxiation or strangulation. This is sad. That's according to information reaching Point Express newspaper. The man, Bruce Greenaway, an unknown vagrant in the area, was reported missing by family members in the early days of the curfew imposed nationwide under the powers of the state of emergency declared by the government in a bid to halt the spread of the COVID-19 virus in Antigua and Barbuda. A few days after he was reported missing, Greenaway's body was found at the water's edge at Indian Creek. The Antigua and Barbuda Defense Force launched an internal investigation into the matter after reports surfaced on social media indicating that Greenaway had gone missing. The social media posting said the man was last seen in the company of the Antigua Barbuda Defense Force officers. Newly appointed head of the Antigua Barbuda Defense Force, Colonel Talbert Benjamin, said the investigation was conducted into the matter by his officers, and on completion, the report was handed over to the police. So nobody decided to tell the public what this report said. He disclosed that all the persons who were on duty at the time were questioned as a part of the investigation. He further disclosed that the personnel who were questioned were all a part of a joint Antigua Barbuda Defense Force / police operation that was patrolling the area to ensure compliance with the curfew. According to the Antigua Barbuda Defense Force commander, the police are themselves conducting their own investigation into the circumstances surrounding Greenaway's death. The autopsy was conducted last week, and Point Express newspaper had been reliably informed that the report indicated that the man died of asphyxiation or strangulation. Attempts to reach the Commissioner of Police, Atlee Rodney, for comments have been futile. Public Safety Minister Stedward Benjamin says he is aware of the preliminary investigation has been conducted, and he declined further comment. There's no word when the contents of the police investigation will be made. Okay. Runway fence removed without incident. All right, this, I spoke about the situation with the guy who had run a fence along the beach. So apparently the fence has been moved. No dates for the start of CXC examinations. Okay. Local girls shine. I saw this on social media. Congratulations. Season is fully on at universities and colleges in North America and Antigua and Barbuda. Students are leaving their mark in positive ways. Good stuff. Congratulations. Hot news for CXC students and teachers. Wow, that's a round of applause. Students and teachers who have returned to classrooms to prepare for Caribbean Examination Council examinations in July will receive hot lunches prepared by the National School Meals Program. This is good. That's very good. Very, very good. I like that. Sudden deaths unrelated to COVID-19, PM Brown says. All right. Guys, if you want me to touch on anything here, any particular item, you can just send me a message and I'll explore the subject matter. 100 Barbuda families get assistance. Approximately 100 families on the sister island Barbuda have benefited from an outreach program being undertaken by the Barbuda Community Relief (BCR), a non-profit organization created to assist islanders in times of needs. That's a good look. Anybody who is really helping other people out there, I appreciate the effort. D. Giselle Isaac described as greedy and selfish. Okay. Another celebration, 101 and going strong. That's a good look. Yet another celebration has occurred in the exclusive 100-year club, and when club member Ether Charles of Roberta, who celebrated a 101 birthday on Sunday. Happy birthday to her, belated birthday greetings. All right, guys, we're going to end things off here. Of course, it's all about the Mass Breed this morning show. Thank you for all the folks who tuned in. St. Kitts nationals overseas will not be able to vote. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I'm sure that's a hot topic on the radio right now in St. Kitts Nevis. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for joining the Mass Breed this morning show. It's yours truly, Kenny D, here in your company, but I'm out. Bless.
Hey neighbor, what's up? Neighbor, what's
Hey
up?
man, Karen's complaining about the noise. I'm gonna need you to turn down the music. Is that the new Radio Shack self-powered wireless speaker system? That subwoofer looks beautiful.
Yeah.
And is that the 4-channel mixer with the built-in SD card reader?
Yeah, it's pretty...
Oh my shack! You got the battery-operated 12-inch PA speaker as well?
Well, Radio Shack is my go-to place for all my DJ and audio gear, with the best prices in town.
Awesome! And is that a Bluetooth... Wait, DJ Kenny, are you having a party? How come we weren't invited?
Visit Radio Shack today for all your audio